I'm getting old. I do mind arthritis. I can't run like I used to. But I'm still, my name's Foote and I'm still kicking. So I'm Several years ago, I was preaching in Pennsylvania, in Countersport, and this man and his wife, they were like younger then too, sang, and I told him I appreciated the music, and he said, we'll come sing for you. And I thought, no, they wouldn't do that. So about 2 months later, I took them up, I called and asked them, so they came and sang for me. They've even been to Alaska with me. So they showed this next 5 weeks, they're going to be with at least 4 out of the 5, maybe all 5. And they love the Lord. They want to sing for Him. So I think you're getting the blessings of music. So Joel and Melissa Berkheimer, you come on and sing for us.
It's been a pleasure all these years to sing and work along with Preacher Foote. And I want you to know you're looking at 3 miracles. Missy healed from 4-stage cancer only because people prayed for her. He gave up on the chemo and all that. This preacher's had cancer a couple of times. And I had that tumor in my bladder, and they said it's 100% cancer. People prayed. 6 weeks later, they put me to sleep to operate on me. Tumor's gone.
Amen.
You're all good, isn't he? Oh, so you're looking at 3 miracles right here. And we're here to serve the Lord. Thank you for having us here. I was in prison, oh so dark and cold. Just a lost sheep wandering from God's eternal fold. Like the doors were open, Jesus spoke to me. I have signed your pardon, you may now go free. Jesus signed my pardon, this I surely know. He took my place at Calvary, now I don't have to go. All my life I'll give Him, He gave His for me. When He signed my pardon, there at Calvary. As the Savior led me from that awful place, I could hear the angels, they sang amazing grace. And I was pardoned from my sin and shame. Then I joined their singing, glory to His name. Jesus signed my pardon, this I surely know. He took my place at Calvary, I don't have to go. All my life I'll give Him, He gave His for me. When He signed my pardon, there at Calvary. Now my life's worth living, since I've been set free. I'm glad He was willing to save a wretch like me. He promised me a mansion, not a prison wall. Jesus signed my pardon, yes, He paid it all.
Amen.
Jesus signed my pardon, this I surely know. He took my place at Calvary, now I don't have to go. All my life I'll give Him, He did this for me. When He signed my pardon, there at Calvary.
Amen.
Listen to their songs. I've had 2 bouts of cancer. I had prostate cancer about 15 years ago. You really don't like that word cancer. It's kind of, even though you're a Christian, it makes you concerned. I was going to be operated on in February, I think, or March. And I was sitting in a church in Pennsylvania. I was in New York. And I said there, just somehow the devil kept bringing that up. And then the latest trio got up and they sang this song. And I've never had a worry since then.
Amen.
Looking back through the years, all the heartaches and the tears, my Lord never once has let me down. Though I don't understand, still I trust in His plan. For He said His grace will abound. You make a way somehow, safely this far, Jesus has brought me, there's no need to doubt Him now. Child, don't have no fear, though your path seems unclear. Someday God's plan will unfold. He has never failed. He has always prevailed. The Lord is still in control. No need to doubt Him now.
All right, service tonight is at 6, is that correct?
7.
7 tonight?
No, 6, I'm sorry.
6 tonight?
I don't know anything.
Somebody tell the preacher what time we have a service. Maybe his wife flew back there and she didn't tell him this. Tonight I'm going to do something, I'll preach John R. Rice's favorite text. If John R. Rice ever signs your Bible, some of you people don't know who he is, very preacher past, he put 2 verses in your Bible. I'm going to preach on those 2 verses tonight. If it's all possible, be here tomorrow night. I knew a preacher once who had this, I heard him preach. He'd be preaching, he'd stop and say, "What'd you say, Lord?" All right, I'll tell him that. I never did like that, but he did it. Well, I am going to preach tomorrow on something in the Bible that Jesus said we're supposed to preach. Before we went to heaven, he said, "I want you to preach on this," so I'll preach on it tomorrow night. Tuesday night, the Lord willing, a message on the second coming, titled, "He's Still Coming." And folks, He is. Don't miss it. In fact, I preached this at Cedar Crest during the camp meeting, and Ronnie Weiss said the best sermon I ever preached. I don't know, the Lord used it there, He used it here. And unless I put it off, on Wednesday I'm going to close out my lesson on procrastination. I may put it off, but I don't know, preach on it. This morning I want you to turn to Psalm, the 9th Psalm. Psalm 9. I said in Sunday school, I have to have water. I used to make fun of preachers, had to have a bottle of water up the pulpit. I call them windmills running on water. And now I'm running. Ever since the operation, getting dry now. The 9th Psalm, Psalm 9. I turn on you go back with me in your mind to 1954 on a windy street in North Carolina, Asheville. I preached my first sermon. I found the outline recently. It don't look like much anymore. It's all falling apart, but I still got it. There was a group of Bibles who went out every Saturday and preached on the street in Asheville, North Carolina. I was just a freshman in college. I would not give out tracts. I went to street. And one during the week, the guy at the church group said, "Get out here preaching." On Saturday, I said, "Mom, I can't preach. I'm not thinking about preaching." He said, "We got to learn something sometime. So you're preaching on Saturday." Oh, okay. I got my Bible. I memorized every verse of the Bible. It took 10 minutes to preach them all. I'll never forget this. I'm preaching. This drunk came out of the bar room and staggering there, got right in my face. He said, "Preacher, I was saved." I said, "Well, I was okay." I prayed. And he prayed, and man, I was patting myself on the back. Well, I must be a pretty good preacher. My first sermon, I was trying to get saved. By the time the leader group says, "Don't get too proud. He does the same thing every week." He's not sorry. He's saying he's sorry the preacher caught him again. Well, I've got that same sermon outline. It's changed a little bit over the years. I've added a few things. Well, I'm going to preach on the prison of despair. The prison of despair. Look over in Psalm 9, verse 17. Are you there? Now make sure I read it right. Sometimes I got a bad right eye. Sometimes I don't read it quite right, so make sure I read it right. You watching it? The wicked may be turned into hell. Didn't say that? Oh, there's a good chance the wicked will be turned into hell. Didn't say that? You know I like positive language, don't you? When the Bible says it, it's true. Whatever the Bible says is true from cover to cover. It says the wicked shall be. No doubt about it. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God. You first in our power today to say, "Stop, drop, and roll." That doesn't work in hell. That doesn't work in hell. The wicked shall be turned into hell. That's our head word of prayer. Lord, thank you for the opportunity of being here with these dear folks. We love them. Pray for them. And it's good to be with them. Lord, during this week, I don't come as a friend, I come as a preacher. Lord, I'm a preacher of the Word. And I pray that each one of us, including myself, will receive it as it is, the Word of God. No question about it. When you say it, it's true. Lord, there should be one person in this building that's not positive, 100% that they're going to heaven. May this be the most important day of their life when they get saved. Lord, we got friends, we got relatives, we got neighbors, are lost. If they die right now, they go to heaven. God, burden our hearts. Lord, may we not be able to sleep. May we not be able to rest till we at least give them warning that hell is real. I pray that you'll use this message to start revival in this church. Amen. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Two young people were standing out in front of the church. The evangelist preached on hell. Teenagers, they looked at one another and said, "What do you think about that sermon?" I said, "Well, I think you just tried to scare us. They're not real." That time, a third young person comes and said, "Well, what if it is real? What are we going to do if it is real?" Well, folks, the Bible teaches dogmatically, emphatically, there is a place called hell. The word hell is 54 times in the Bible. It's never used as a curse word. It's never used as something. It's used as a place called hell. What does someone not believe? Well, Romans answers that. Romans chapter 3, verse 3. What does some not believe? Romans 3 says, "Well, what does some not believe? Shall unbelief make the faith of God without effect?" Just because the person does not believe a fact does not change the fact. 2 plus 2 will always be 4. If a person dies outside of Christ, they'll always go to hell. You can't change that. Who said there was a hell? Well, on out the 2 or 3 witnesses shall our word be established. Luke 16, Jesus here upon earth said there's a place called hell. Now, this man down there in hell looked up and he said there's a place called hell. But who else said there's a place called hell? Well, Moses said it was. Samuel said it was. Job said it was. David said it's real. Solomon said it's real. Isaiah said there's a place called hell. Ezekiel said there's a place called hell. Amos said it was. Jonah, Habakkuk, Peter, James, John, Jude said it's eternal fire. It's eternal fire. I bet people don't believe in it, but it doesn't change it.
Right.
I wish you could meet him. In fact, I'd like to talk to him. In Panama City, Florida, there's a computer expert. I mean, that fellow is, as far as computers, he's a whiz. He can sit at his desk, and here in Pennsylvania, you can call and tell him your model and what your problem is. He'll fix it from down there. I mean, he knows computers inside out. Well, we're in the 21st century. We're not in 1492. He believes the earth is flat. He talked to my wife. I said, Brenda, he's just joking. She said, no, he's serious. He fixed her computer, but she wouldn't say, he believes the earth's flat. He belongs in 1492, not in 2019. And you can't convince him. He said all these things are just computer images. Man didn't go to space. Nothing like that. But does that change it? No. Now, in America, I'd like to meet some of them. There is a group called, a club called Man Can't Fly Club. They don't live in airplanes. I guess every time one flies over, they look down. I think one of them just been elected to Congress to be airplanes. Well, folks, there is a place called hell. It's not a state of mind. It's not what you suffer here upon this earth. It's not a curse word. Even though it is used in the airways, it's used in barrooms as a curse word. It's not a curse word. It's a place. There is a place called hell. The Bible teaches it. In fact, the word hell in detail is more explained in the Bible than the word heaven is. The word heaven is used a lot more than the word hell is. But as far as who's there, what's it like, who's going to go there, what do they do after they get there, it's described in this book called the Holy Bible. Hell is a real place. During World War II, they got a new chaplain with an aircraft carrier. And the sailors gathered all around him, and their first question was, Padre, do you believe in hell? He said, no, that's teaching back in the Dark Ages. I don't believe that. He thought he was going to get in their favor. Those sailors said, would you please resign? If hell is not real, we don't need you. If it is real, we don't want to be deceived. Hell is a real place. This drunk said, well, where is hell? At the end of a Christ rejecting life. That's where it is. That's where you find it. Now, who preached on hell more than anybody else in the Bible? David preached on it 5 times. Solomon mentioned it 7 times. But who preached on more than anybody else? In Mount Julian years ago, a fellow said, I don't like this fire and brimstone. I like the Sermon on the Mount. I said, good, I do too. Let's look at the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 5. Turn there, let's just look at the Sermon on the Mount. I don't like the fire and brimstone. I like the love, Sermon on the Mount. You're going to need to look at this Bible. We're going to look and see who preached on hell. Matthew chapter 5, the Sermon on the Mount, verse 28. Matthew 5:28. But I say to you that whosoever look on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery already with her in his heart. And if my right eye offend thee, pluck out and cast it from thee, for it is possible that one of thy members should perish, not thy whole body should be cast into hell. Let's stop there and think about that. Can you imagine plucking out your eye and throwing it from you? That'd be a horrible thing to do. But Jesus himself, preaching here, said, hell is so terrible, you'd be better off plucking out your eye than going there. He didn't stop there. If thy right hand offend thee, cut it off. Take an axe, a chop it off. Instead of do that, you go in a place called hell. But Jesus didn't stop there. Chapter 8, verse 12. Chapter 8, verse 12. Jesus said this. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out of darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. He didn't stop there. Chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, or not even kill the soul, but rather fear him, that's God, which is able to destroy both soul and body, where? In hell. He didn't stop there, chapter 11, verse 23. And thou, Capernaum, which art exalted in the heavens, shall be brought down to hell. He didn't stop there. Chapter 13, verse 40. Chapter 13 and verse 40. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be at the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things of him, them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire, and this bewailing and gnashing of teeth. Chapter 23 and verse 33. Jesus still preaching. Chapter 23 and verse 33. Ye serpents, ye generations of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell? He didn't stop there. Chapter 25, verse 41. Then shall he say to them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye accursed, of everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Verse 46. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous in life eternal. Jesus preached hell was hot and horrible, a place you do not want to go to, a place you do not want your friends to go to, a place you do not want your loved ones to go to. It is a terrible place. Now, the devil doesn't really deny hell. The biggest lie the devil has out in Pennsylvania is not that there's no hell. His lie is you got time. Just put it on. Put it on. After all, you're still alive and healthy. You still got your car. You still got your home. You still got your groceries to eat. You're still doing fine. Just put it on. Put it on. The biggest lie the devil has out, time. Time is the devil's elevator of hell. Shakespeare said this, Defer not time, delays have dangerous ends. Dr. Lee Robinson said this, Tomorrow is the ship which has many become shipwrecked. Tomorrow is the key that has locked many in the prison of despair. Coleridge the poet said this, In the day already walks tomorrow. Cotton the preacher said this, Tomorrow is not to be found except on the calendar of a fool. God said this, Boast not thyself tomorrow, for thou knowest not what day may bring forth. As a teenage preacher, when I was preaching, I had a friend named Barry Foster. He was an excellent soul winner. In fact, I never had anyone to go and better win the person to Christ than Barry. I preached in the rescue mission, on the third row here, I remember what I say. I preached, he raised his hand for prayer. And Barry went back to talk to him. And I could see him kept shaking his head. Kept shaking his head. After the I said, Barry, what happened? I gave him that thought, and he said, maybe tomorrow, not tonight. Maybe tomorrow, not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. The next day, they found him in a watch car, dead. One day, too late. Yeah. One day, too late. I'll never forget that. Not now, but tomorrow. This fellow had a dream. In his dream, he said, he saw the devil and all his angels together, and the devil said, Who can I get to ruin men's souls? This one demon said, I'll ruin their souls. He said, What do you tell them? I'll tell them there's no God. The devil said, That won't do. Heavens declare the glory of God, and permanence show his handiwork. They'll believe in God. The demon said, I'll ruin their souls. So what do you tell them? I'll tell them they can't be saved. He said, No, they got preachers like that Clark fellow that preach salvation, they'll get saved. Won't do any good telling that. And then the most fiendish demon of all hell said, I'll ruin their souls. He said, What will you tell them? He said, I'll go upon the earth, I'll tell them there is a God, I'll tell them there is salvation, but don't be in a hurry. Just put it off and put it off. There's a child with plenty of time, tender teens, plenty of time, trying 20s, plenty of time, tiring 30s, plenty of time, fiery 40s, plenty of time, futile 50s, plenty of time, sinking 60s, plenty of time, solemn 70s, plenty of time, eternity with nothing but time. Regretting the fact they never never got somebody got saved. If you're not, well, if they don't believe, they go anyway. Hell's not determined by their belief or not belief. God has prepared hell to punish sin. All right, where did hell come from? Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 28. Where did hell come from? Ezekiel chapter 28. Speaking to Lucifer here, the son of the morning. Verse 13 says, I was been eating the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardis, the topaz, the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, the carbuncles, the gold. The workmanship of thy tablets, of thy pipes was prepared in the day that thou was created. Thus, in the day that I was created, the devil is a created being.
Right.
Like the anointed cherub that covered. Now, I don't know this for certain, but it says he was the one that covered the very throne of God. The anointed cherub that covered. One of the highest angels. Even Michael the archangel disputed the body of Moses. This rebuked him in the name of the Lord. A powerful angel. Verse 15 says, I was perfect in thy ways from the day I was created till iniquity was found in thee. Now let's go to Isaiah 14. Let's see where the devil came from. Isaiah chapter 14. Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? By the way, if you've got one of these new translations, put it in the garbage can. Do you realize what they do with this verse? They say, son of the morning star. They're making that Jesus. He's the son of the morning star from the book of Revelation. They changed the word. But it says, how art thou, O Lucifer, son of the morning? His brightness. How art thou cut down the ground which is weak in the nations? For thou said in thy heart, and those personal pronouns, I will exalt, I will ascend to heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will set upon the top mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Here's this anointed cherub to cover. Here's the sun of the morning. Here's this great angel. I'm going to be like God. It's like the Mormons today. So I'm going to create my own world, put my own people in it. I'm just going to take over. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. That's where hell came from. It was created because of sin. It was created to punish sin. The verse we read in Matthew, created the devil and his angels, those that followed him to try to take over heaven, cast out. That was created for them. It was created as a result of sin. It was created to punish sin. If you accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, He pays for your sin. He signed your pardon. You don't have to go to hell. If you reject Him, you can't live forever on this earth. You're going to live forever somewhere. You can't go to heaven. This earth's going to be gone, and you'll get a place called hell. A place called hell. Who's going to go to hell? This morning, if we could just push back the earth and look down into hell, say, who's already there? All the time they're there. I can say, who's going to this? I look down and I see a fellow $100 saying, my husband is holding back the bear. Why he can't go to hell? Because he killed his mother? No. He rejected the blood. Your Moses, I mean, he worked hard. Any farmers here? No. It's not easy. Back then, they didn't have to run their tractor. He sold his house. He bought the house in. He didn't offer the veil. He offered the God. He worked hard. First one time working to heaven. He said, hell, no blood sacrifice. God required blood for their Calvary. He gave him another chance, but he rejected. He rejected. He said, hell, because he rejected the blood sacrifice. I look down, I see people know today. Here upon this earth, they were eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage, just living up, having a great time, a lot of fun, a lot of pleasure, and rejecting the message. Lord preached for 120 years. And they rejected. And one day, an ark shut the door. And their eyes locked into his hands. And the Lord said it's going to rain. It's going to get flood. Never had rain before. This mist came up over here. Now, did it rain that day? No. Did it rain the next day? Next day? I had to take about 4 or 5 days in front of the dark and said, oh, keep coming out, Lord, it's going to rain. You say God's going to do it, God's going to do it, we're going to do it not. And all of a sudden, that we passed the clouds, we began the sky, something like lightning, thunder, rain, something happened I've never seen before. They started getting wet. This is not the Bible, this is my imagination. I can imagine the Bible out to their knees. I bet they start waiting on that ark. Hey, let us in, let us in. Too late. Too late. I dare say that the people sat in these chairs. They're in hell right now to give anything to be where you are now. You're one stanza just as I am. I preached in West Virginia several years ago. Said, we're going to go to heaven, come down the house, we're going to go to hell, stay where you are. This little short guy came running down the aisle. The Lord said, I don't want to go to hell, I don't want to go to hell. He's in heaven now because it's big practice. Hell is good to understand. But there's another group in hell, I want you to see, I want you to turn your Bibles. I can find the scripture here. Matthew chapter 7. I want you to see this group. It's down there right now. Matthew chapter 7. And we look at verse 21. This is important you see this one. I mean, we're looking down in hell. We're seeing people there right now. And why they're there. Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? In thy name we have cast out devils, and in thy name we have done many wonderful works. Now notice, this is not the drunken crowd. This is not the dopers. This is not the adulterers. This is not the liars and murderers. This is not those that fly planes in the towers or shoot policemen. These are religious people. These are Baptists and Methodists and Presbyterians and Catholics that have been to church every Sunday, but never in their heart receive Christ as first and Savior. It's bad to go to hell from a bar room. It's worse to go to hell for a church view. Have it sit and listen, but in your heart never receive Christ. Is that possible? In the last 35 years back in evangelism, I've seen 2 preachers saved. One pastor and one evangelist. I've seen 2 preachers live saved. I'm working on it. No. The preacher told us, no, he didn't. But you can sing church. You can sing the songs. Look what these people did. They prophesied. They did many wonderful works. But they never really got saved. They were never born again. They were as religious as Nicodemus, who knew the law, who memorized the Moses and law, yet need to be born again. Who's going to go to hell? Those that reject Jesus Christ and are lost in this world. Ephesians 2, verses 11 to 13, having no hope without God in this world. Without God. Religious, but lost. All that reject Jesus Christ will go directly to a place called hell. What's it like? What's it like in hell? Let's go to Mark chapter 9 just for a moment. What's it like in hell? This is the same thing Matthew, and we read in Matthew, Jesus said something, there's a couple things added to it here. Mark chapter 9. Verse 43. If thy hand offend thee, cut it off. It's better thee to enter into life hanging, having 2 hands, to go into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched. Did you notice what that said? It's kind of like the burning bush. Moses said, burned on and on and wasn't consumed. Fire that never shall be quenched. Where the worm without hot, and the fire is not quenched. If I put it in there, cut it off. If I enter off the light, having 2 feet to cast to hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched. Where the worm without hot, and the fire is not quenched. If I have in thee, pluck it out. If I enter into the kingdom of God, one eye, then having 2 eyes, we come cast to hell fire. Where the worm without hot, and the fire is not quenched. Notice, it's fire, fire, fire. Back in the 1950s, huge wine hotel in Atlanta, Georgia, caught on fire. It caught on fire, now the bottom was burning up. I saw pictures in the paper. I was in college at the time. I saw pictures in the paper. Women taking their babies and throwing them out the window to certain death, 20, 30 stories up. Why? Because the fire was getting them. No one likes to be burned in the fire. It's a horrible thing. Let's just say the top of this thing here was like your electric stove. You got to turn the pie on it as red as it can be. Would you put your hand on there for 5 minutes? No? Oh, 5 minutes is a long time. Would you put your hand on there for 1 minute? No? 30 seconds, right? No? You touch, wow. Just suppose you put your hand there and couldn't get it off. It kept burning and burning and burning. That's a small picture of what hell must be like. Fire that never shall be quenched. Tormented. And you know what's going to be in hell to help torment a person? Memory. Told her, said, son, remember? You had your chance. If you sat through this in this church year after year, month after month, week after week, and never get saved, you'll remember every sermon that fellow preached. You'll remember the camp meetings. You'll remember that opportunity. It's too late. Too late. Once you close your eyes in death. Too late. Darkness, vile companions. Someone wrote a poem that says, hell, the prison of despair. Here's the things that will not be there. No flowers will bloom on the banks of hell. No beauties of nature that we love so well. No children to write that long weary night. No loving smile that reason flight. No mercy, no pity, no broken heart, no grace. No water. Oh, what a horrible place. And the pains of the lost, no human earth can tell. Not one moment's ease. There's no rest in hell. Hell is a horrible place. The Bible does not describe it as somewhere you want to be. But there is one good thing I can tell you about hell. Just once, there's one good thing. You don't have to go.
Amen.
Isaiah chapter 53, verse 5 and verse 4. Surely you have borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him smitten of God, afflicted, but he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was on him, and with his stripes we're healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We turned everyone his own way, but the Lord laid on him, on Jesus, the iniquity of us all. I'm glad God made a way for us to escape this horrible place called hell. You don't have to go. I preached up in New York only 20 years ago, or only 30 years ago. I used the illustration I'm going to close with today. After a certain older man came up to me, the older fellow said, that illustration you used, he said, it's true. I know the people involved in it. I said, really? He said, yeah, it's about a chess game. He said, this fellow from New York never lost a chess match. Over in France, a fellow painted a picture of a nice, huge picture of a chess game. And on the picture, it showed a young man, his hair all messed up, his tie loose, and his face looking horrible. On the other side of the Lord was the devil. He had reached across and got the man in the arm. And I guess the title of the picture was Checkmate. That means I got you, right? Well, this fellow in New York heard about it, so he got on a ship and went over to France. They said, he went to that place and stood and looked at it. He looked at it. He looked at it. The captain sort of said, closing time, you have to leave. But the next day we got in, just staring. All of a sudden, not on the side, young man! The devil is to move. There's one move you can make to defeat the devil. There's one move you can make to defeat the devil. Repentance towards God and faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. And you don't have to go to this awful place.
Amen.
Sorry for the prayer. But heads bowed, eyes closed. This is a very serious message. It's not what I'm waiting with. But I want you to do some heart searching. And I wonder today how many of you can honestly say, without any doubt, without any hesitation, Rich, I know I'm not going to go to hell because I've been saved. He's really not lift your hand real high. I tell the truth, I really do know it. All right, take hands down. I'm going to say, Preacher, I'm not sure about it. Would you pray for me? Can I pray for you? I'll not embarrass you, but I will pray for you. Preacher, pray for me. Lift that hand and take it back down. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% positive. Pray for me. Anyone in the building? Anyone in the building? All right, let me ask this question. How many Christians who say, Preacher, I've got a loved one, a friend, a neighbor, person I work with. I know somebody that I care about. If they die today, they go to hell. Help me pray for them. Let's see your hand. Help me pray for that person. Heavenly Father, I pray for people represented with these hands that will not leave their name here in this building. But Lord, we'll go out and do our best to try to keep them out of this awful place called hell. Help each Christian here to have a burden that they never had before to reach that lost person. If there is somebody here that's not sure, not 100% positive, may they come today and receive Christ. Let's all stand. Pastor, if you'll come to the front. And so where can we sing? If you're not sure that you're saved, come to the pastor. And Christian, let's just do this. It's first day of revival. That person that you raised your hand on, let's just come to the front, call out your name to God. Ask God to help you to reach them with the gospel. So as they sing, you come.
You heard